Okay, so I got the weather stripping for the doors. 2 doors. This is the place that I got it at. It's called Eckler's Precision is the name of this company that makes it. So I have 2 doors. So I have the passenger and the driver's side door. Okay, so I'm gonna open this up and we'll get to see this together. Okay. All right. So inside this bag we have 2 different. This bag and you got the 2 separate bags right here. You know, door number 1, door number 2, made in Thailand. You can see that there's a part number for all those people that are wanting to put window seals on. Alright, so that's for the 68 to 74 Nova. You can see right there, barely where they put the second sticker on top. As a matter of fact, it's right here. It's in the same sticker. So it's from 68 to 74 Nova. So we'll see how well these go in, okay? Let me open up this bag and I'll show you one of these. Okay, so these are really super flexible. So I can see how this lip in the bottom here is gonna fit into that place that I told you. And here are the little clips that I'm telling you about that go in there. You have to be really careful with these because what ends up happening is if you start jerking these around, you will rip right through the seal because they're inside, and it's just got like a little tiny stick like this that that's parallel like a little T, if you will, and it's not that big. So you have to be really careful when you put these in. I don't know why it's pink there, but it's got a pink thing. So I think the way that I'm gonna put these first is I'm gonna start with this corner first on the door. And then I'll go in. The other side. Alright, boys and girls, I thought I was recording, but I wasn't. So I'll show you how I put it in real quick. I might do the other side to show you. So that little groove, you get it up on top. Now you don't have those little tabs to go in. You slide it in on one edge first, so you could put like the bottom in first. Kind of hard to focus. You can see how it's going to take a little bit of time for it to start molding into place, but it's very easy to put on. It's not that difficult. I started on this end first and I slid it inside slowly, and then with this I have this to do body work on it because this thing's really flexible. I thought I had to heat it up, but I don't have to do that. I basically just yanked it a little, right, like pulled it, and then slid it in, and then you're going to have a lot of slack left over because you're going to have the first point where you put on this end where you put in the little tab in. So you have a lot of this will be hanging out. So you just push this trim and you slide it in like this. You slide it in slowly, and then that'll give you like the right dimensions for you to pop in the first one, which I already did. Okay, and then you just go back with this piece and you start shoving it in so that it's set into place, and then you kind of push it like this. Once you close the door, it should be set. Well, it looks a little bit weird right here, but it's fine. It's already in all the way. It just needs to conform. Once I close the door, it'll start conforming to it. Now I understand why they say that it takes a little bit to conform. I didn't use any adhesive. We'll see how good that lasts. I think it's not going to come out, to be honest with you. And if I have to, I could always pull this piece off. Like I said, all this does not have any kind of tabs on it, only the bottom piece. You can see the tabs on there. So the next step is to go all around and to put all the tabs in, and then I'll show you how it closes. Okay, watch me now. All right, everyone, YouTube people, I finally put this in. It wasn't as difficult as I anticipated. So the tabs here start right here, just to let you know. What I suggest you do is you put this piece along first. Once you finish doing that, the first one here, you click this one in place, and then this one in place, and then just let it kind of hang, right? Let it kind of hang down like this. And what you're gonna want to do is check it. Once you push it in, you're gonna hear it kind of click in. Make sure that you are pressing firmly in each little slot that it goes in, and you'll hear it kind of click in there. Some will go really easy, and some are a little bit more challenging, but it's not that difficult. As you can see all around the bottom, there's a very solid car. Look, no rust on there. And then you just go all the way to the bottom. It's got a whole bunch of them in here, like little holes so you could just push it in and click in, click in, click in. So it's on there. So let's try the door now. Let's close it and see how it shuts now. Now I shouldn't get any water in here anymore. I ordered the POR 15 and I was reading up on it. There's this guy online that does a review on different types of you know, paint that goes over rust, and ideally you would scrape the whole thing down. I'm telling you, it looks worse than how it looks on camera. I don't know why. It looks pretty bad, but it really isn't. Nothing's flaking off anymore. I already cleaned it. The only thing I'm gonna do is I'm gonna put some I don't know, it's called Speedway, I think, like some glass cleaner to remove some of the surface, like dust or rust or whatever you want to call it, and then make it so that it could adhere better, the paint that is, okay? But the rest of the stuff that I painted with that Rust-Oleum paint, I did it with the brush like I mentioned before. It did a really decent job, okay? So I am happy about that. This again was due to not having the weather stripping on here, and water would, you know, seep in. But yeah, so the next step is to do the other door. I'm gonna put the other door on the other side. It is a very cold day today, but I figured, you know what, let me show you guys. So I pulled it out and I made sure that I'm showing you guys how to do this, okay? Again, the seal, you can see it goes all the way down. It's very easy to put in. It's not gonna take you that long. Took the longest was the, you know, cleaning and the prepping and the spraying, and then, like, you know, but it's gonna be, you'll see right now. So let's close it and find out how it closes. Oh, perfect, perfect. Yeah, you could feel that it's squeezing the door now. Oh, yeah, salami. What do you get? Pop the door open. See how it pops open? That's how the Cutlass, my other car, closed. So it's supposed to close like this. Kind of pops open when I press on the lever, so it seals right there. All right, perfect. All right, let's do the other side now. I'm gonna try to record it. Hopefully you guys can see me do it. All right, well, anyways, I thought I'd turn you guys off. Might as well bring you guys along for the ride. All right. Sometimes you're right, sometimes you're wrong. Sometimes you get not so lucky, and you know why, because the price is ridiculous and it's really cheap, and then it, you know. But this looks a Precision. I've seen this before, so I'm not that surprised, but we'll see how it holds up over time, right? Okay, see, I got you guys focused right there. All right, so I'm gonna show you how I did it. For those people, I didn't see any videos step by step. I just saw people, you know, showing you like I did the other side. So I want to show you how I exactly did this. So anybody that's putting a weather stripping on a, you know, 70s 80s car, this is how you do it, okay? So let's start and make it happen. You take it out of the bag. All right, and then you find the edge, the corner. That's the one you're gonna start out first. You put it at the very edge right here. See how you start it like this, and you're gonna twist it. You're gonna twist it in to place. When you twist it, you use that other piece and you shove it in there. I'll try it in. Very easy to pop in. Pull it out like this. Pull it like this. Stretch it out a little bit. Stretch it out. It's easier once you stretch it, and then you push it in like this. Take it on, push it in, now slide in. All right. So once you see it's kind of in, you're gonna have a lot of slack right here. All right, so you're gonna see right here, this first piece that you see right here, this first tab, right? This plastic one goes in this hole right here. right? Now put it in there so you can see. So that's it locks automatically. Once you put it in there, it's automatically. Now you have all this leftover, right? All you got to do is slide it back carefully, you know. So I'm gonna show you how I do this. Don't manhandle it because you'll rip it. I have a good feeling that you might rip it. Okay, so just take your time with this. Slide it back. Maybe you gotta take some of it off, right? But I know you slide it back. It'll slide, especially if you painted it. All right, so I made a mistake. I put it in the wrong hole, but I took it out carefully, so I fixed it. I have to slide this tab in. See this? I don't know if you can see it. You can see it with the freaking here. This is like a T, and it slides inside in case you make a mistake. All right, I was freaking out for a second, but I skipped this hole. That's why it wasn't fitting. All right, so I'm showing you this so you don't make the same mistake that I did. Put it back into place. Slides right back in. Just be careful, okay? Freaking out for a second. All right, so let's put in the first hole again. All right. So it's in there. That's more like it. I had too much slack, so I was wondering what was going on. All right, let me find my tool here. Take two on this one again. You know, make sure that you go back and you check that this is sliding in, because sometimes you'll see that it's kind of folded and it didn't go all the way in. So we got it in. I think you can use a credit card if you don't have that. Use a credit card and you can see, you can push it into the slot and you can see how it goes over this plastic right here. It goes over this molding, if you will. This is part of the, like, the door jamb, and this is holding this glass in place. I think this piece, and it's got to click under there, go under there. That'll direct the water to go out that way instead of going inside your car. All right, so that's how that works. All right, I'll put you back so you can see how to do the rest of it. All right, like that. There you go, that's better. 부족하니까 난 손목에 내또 내 목에 챙갱갱 하지 못할 일은 없으니까 가족에게 보여줄 일밖에 이젠 없으니까 Hustle for the best, got no time for the bitches 랩을 못한다면 내 노래마저도 예매 Get the money back, back, new click, new whip Never put it back, payback, click, clack, bang I'm walking like a zombie I'm rapping like a zombie I'm walking like a zombie I'm living like a zombie I'm zombie but awake 밤비가 내려wake Can't wait, no time is a game So I just put it all my way I'm zombie but awake 밤비가 내려wake Can't wait, no time is a game So I just put it all my way Still got a clip I gotta pull out 랩으로 박치는 건 나 랩으로 얘기해 막 사는 걸 자랑을 하는 래퍼들 얘기는 no All I need is hope, all I need is hope 현실을 도피해 랩으로 바쁘단 걸 날 필요로 한다고 느끼는 게 살아있다고 날 더 느끼게 해 하고 싶은 얘기들을 담아서 노래로 만들어 나는 길을 받아줘 누구에게 야기되고 누구에겐 독 이런 얘기들은 뱀이 들어버렸네 밤에 들이부어져 얼간이 부어버려 툭 튀어나와버렸네 배가 부르지 않게 Better rap, honey bad, honey bad Bust down, rolling 하나로는 부족해 하나로는 부족하니까 난 손목에 내또 내 목에 챙갱갱 하지 못할 일은 없으니까 가족에게 보여줄 일밖에 이젠 없으니까 Hustle for the best, got no time for the bitches Alright, I just suggest that you're patient with it. You know, that's not lined right away properly, so you have to play with it a little bit. Let me see. Put you back right here.
When you talk to me, give me the impression that I can scratch your surface, and I could walk for days searching for you.
All right, it's in there. You can see that little tiny thing that's popping out just a little bit. You push that down and it goes right in. You start on one side, fold. I folded this side in first, kind of squeeze it in a little, follow the groove, you know, lock it in like this, keep going another piece, keep going another piece, keep going another piece, so you have it. Now you can see right here where it's from the, I don't know how this was all crooked like this, but that's the way that it came, right? Eventually I'm thinking it's gonna conform to the door like this, right? Maybe the way it was shipped or whatever, but it fits nicely around all the way to the bottom. Closes very fine. That cracking noise is a little bit of lubrication. But this door, you know, this is a 71, so 50 years of opening and closing, the doors are gonna sag. So this one sags just a tad bit, but it closes nice. Closes very, very nice. It opens a little bit, like a little bit sagging, just a little bit. So it needs there's a pin that goes in here that's loose, that it needs a little washer. They get worn out, so I might do that in the near future. Really easy, just put a jack under here, put something soft on top so it doesn't smash the brand new weather stripping or mess up your paint. And then, you know, you could put another jack or something else to support it here, something soft on top of it, so you could adjust it because you have to pull this door off slightly, not all the way out, but just enough to release that. You could pull that pin out, and then you put the washer with the pin and you switch it. They sell it, it's really cheap. It's like 12 bucks, I think. The bottom one seems fine, but it wiggles a little bit, tiny bit. Okay, but it's fine now. It closes like it's supposed to, and I'm not gonna get any kind of water damage, you know. So yeah, I gotta close this door now. You go, close the window, I mean. There it is, nice and snug. All right, now we shouldn't get any water in here anymore. All right, so that's gonna end today's video. Thank you for joining me, Big Tony's Garage and Metal Works.